Let's take a moment to observe our thoughts. Now, as we're observing our thoughts, what is it that's observing the thought amongst all the discussions, the images, the perceiving? Who is the perceiver? What is it that is perceiving? And can that be perceived? Now let's look at, just experience the body. Let's feel our hands, touch your hands. And as you're touching your hands, try to go to the root of where the sensation is coming from. Now bring that sensation up to your elbows. You can bend them back and forth just to see, is that a different sensation from where you felt your fingers? Then your shoulders. Then your toes. And your knees. Now, amongst all the sensations that you're feeling, feel the tingliness of your body. Just allow your body to feel the tingliness of the sensations. Now let's allow ourselves to go right behind the sensation. What is that that has no sensation, that isn't moving? That is the unchanging amongst all that is changing. When you felt your fingers, did it stop? Did the sensation continue forever? Your knees, your toes, your shoulders. But in contrast, behind that, just lies, behind all of the movement and the perceiving of the sensations, there is an unchanging. Now, if there's a window next to you, how about you look out? Can you see cars? Do you see animals? How about bugs? Is there bees flying around? Is the sun up? Are the clouds moving? Are the trees blowing in the wind? Is there grass around? All the happenings of the day. What about it when you think about your day that you had? Whether it's the first beginning of your day when you woke up, all the happenings that went there. All the movements, the chattering. What is the unchanging? Can you find it within that day? What is sitting behind all of the happenings that's witnessing the actions of the day? Even ourselves, if we feel ourselves perceiving the perception of sensation, thoughts, the mind, the body, just within ourselves, we can see that there's something that is not moving. that is not involved, that is not attached, that has no belief. Can you find that within yourself? Let's just sit here. And as we're sitting here, you can close your eyes. And as we did before, we felt all those sensations and all the movements. But there is something even deeper. Let's just remove all that. We'll remove all of the thoughts, what we're going to do today and what's next and how we're going to do it, and suspicion. Oh, is this a trap? Let's just drop it. Let's drop all the thoughts we have about ourselves, of who we are, our lives, my life, the problems. Let's just remove that. Let's go behind there to the unchanging. And as we remove all of the thoughts, the sensation, right behind everything, where we just relax, empty, empty, empty. How can we describe where we're at now? Someone says we're here. Exactly. Still here. Behind all of the thoughts, all of the sensation. The unchanging. Some would call it a movement and a rest. Where there is peace, it's love. But it is that space where there is no limits, where time does not exist, where there's nothing in the forefront, the foreground, or the background. Where the unveiling of love, where there is just love, really, truth. Where there is no identity, no attachment. A spaciousness that has no borders. Where there's no one to be born, no one to die, no one to be happy, no one to be sad. No names, no concepts, no shapes, no forms. The unchanging. Where love is the nature. Where peace is the nature. Where beauty is the nature. The source of life. So amongst all that is changing, I encourage you sometimes to sit with that isn't changing. When it gets too loud, when it gets too noisy, when it becomes too chaotic, or where the doing becomes unbearable. I just challenge you to find the unchanging amongst all of the changing. And sometimes it doesn't take you to go in a closet, if you don't have a closet to go into, a secret space where you can get away, because all the time that's not going to be there. I mean, I have a 3-year-old, and good luck trying to find space all the time, but that space is always there. Just because there's experiences and the happenings of the day doesn't mean the space left. It's always there. This takes a recognition, a pause, an understanding. Of it's there, always there, behind the happenings, behind the experiences, behind the thoughts, behind the perceptions, behind the sensations. It is there, or it is here. So in the now, look for the here. The unchanging is always there. So I hope, I'm encouraged that someone needed this. And I'm just so thankful that you can share this moment with me in the now. And remember that you are beautiful, and I love you. Bye.